Hello, everyone, and welcome to the live that I go on Tuesdays to support all of you with messages, clearings, and healings from the Akashic Records. And join us if you're wanting a message, a healing, a clearing, or have any kind of questions on any kind of spirituality. I will try and answer you. Please write everything in caps. I tend to connect to your records by using your full name. The more of your name that I have, if you're comfortable with that, the more accuracy I seem to be. If your name is not your handle. So yeah, if you please let me know in capitals if you'd like a message or have a question or both. I'm happy to support you. I will try and support as many people as I can for the next hour. But let's just create a safe space for all of us by creating in, taking a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And release the tension, the stress, the negativity that you may be holding on to, either around the day you've just had or about to have. Just let go, dissolve. I'm going to invite you that as you breathe in, imagine that you're breathing in light, igniting the light that you already are. And as you exhale, you just let go of all that is no longer serving. And breathe in light into your bones, your joints, into your organs, your muscles, all aspects of you. And breathe in light. Amplify this light, allowing it to move beyond your skin. Allow the light to continue to flood your auric field, allowing it to dissolve all that is no longer serving. Amplify that light. Expand your aura. I ask you to envision the energy centers on the soles of your feet opening up and connecting into the diamond white crystalline energy of the ascended earth. Allow the exchange of energy between you and Mother Earth. Feel her pulling you in and grounding you, becoming one with all existence, becoming one with the system that is this planet. And breathe in this energy in through the soles of your feet, this divine feminine nurturing energy up into your body. Allow it to nurture every cell, to replenish, to replace, to re-energize. replacing all cells that have any form of disease, discomfort, and disharmony within the body. Allow them to wash away, replacing, nurturing, replacing the blueprint of every cell with happy, healthy cells. And for one moment, as this process is happening within your body, sync your heartbeat with that of Mother Earth's, and bringing in the rhythms into synchronicity as you completely ground and anchor into this diamond white crystalline energy. Bringing in the energy of the mother. Now from the heart space, we're going to imagine a golden energy move up through your spine and out through the top of your head. Allow this energy to travel through and connect in to the golden energy of the central sun. The energy that gives life, the energy of unconditional love, compassion, the energy of Christ consciousness. And bring this energy down, this divine masculine energy, and into the top of your crown and into your body, into your heart space. The divine masculine energy gives, the divine feminine energy receives and nurtures and creates and builds. And bringing in the synchronicity of all three energies. Mother Earth below, the divine feminine, the mother, the father being the son, and the child being us. Allow these energies to move and expand, amplifying our unique energy. That is who we are. Completely grounded, completely centered, and completely connected. Let's call in our guides to create a safe and sacred space for our highest good and healing. And to enclose this session for all those that are here, all those that will watch the replay. And let's bring in the codes, the activations that are needed in this time, at this place, no matter when you're watching. Allowing the healing, the clearings to move through us with grace and with ease. I'm just going to open up the Akashic Records of the session. Akashic Records, please open and lock. So the message for you today on a collective is to know that for many of you, the change of this year has either been quite turbulent or it's actually moved through at quite a great pace. For those that are moving through at a great pace, don't worry. If things are moving, continue to surrender, continue to move with the flow. For those of you that have been quite turbulent, note that within these turbulations, there is a lot of ancestral patterns that are being released so that you may align with a new future that you are creating. Now, we're asking you to think about and believe that everything is opening up and working out as it needs to be. Everything is unfolding for your best possible outcomes. And they're asking you to let go of the how or the why and to just be in the space of responding, be in the space of open to receiving the best possible outcomes and asking you to trust that these possible outcomes are working out for the best, one foot in front of the other, one thing leading you from one to another, knowing that you are aligning with the best possible outcome. But a lot of the times, it's almost kind of like when you're setting out on a journey, is making sure that the vehicle that you are using has or is at its optimum capacity in running smoothly. And sometimes this maintenance does take time, and sometimes parts need to be replaced. So note that things are moving in the direction, things are being replaced, parts are being looked at, healed, replaced, reactivated. And in some cases, you're being given a completely new vehicle where you step into this newest potentiality of your highest potential and expansion. So, not to worry. Note that we ask you to look at everything from a sense of curiosity as why is this showing up for me right now and how is it working for me? And believe that everything is working out for your best possible outcome. Believe that things are working for you, not against you, that it is time to expand, to go with the flow, to let go. So many of us hold on to the responsibilities or hold on to things that we know. It's a time to let go. It's a time to trust in Creator, have faith in Creator, that and your higher self, that everything that is unfolding as it needs to be. So look at it and make the choices of moving into things that will expand you and say no to the things that no longer work, and yes to the things that do. And that is important. Feel your feelings 100%, let them go and move forward with health, with joy, with understanding, with compassion for selves. Let go of the judgments that doesn't serve you. Look at things from a sense of understanding and curiosity as you move throughout this year. We wish you well, and let's see how we can support you. Okay, I'm just going to switch over to my YouTube. Hoping to support you as best I can. And let's see what. Okay, so here we are. Hi, Carl. Hi, everybody. Hi, Viviani. Thank you for helping. I'm actually going to start a message with Carl. I know it's pretty late there for you, and I know you've tried to come in a few times. And let's see, I see you have a big message here. Can you please open the second envelope or display on my Akashic Records Hall written by me from the future? Any other messages from my guides for next week? Okay, so let's connect in with you, Carl. 2 seconds. So, Carl, as I connect into your records, it's really the the message for you is It feels like there is a second option for you that you're needing to take. They're saying, don't accept everything that comes into place. There's a couple of opportunities that are coming for you. Be open to things being better than you expect. And the message for you is don't be afraid to ask for more. So even when you're asking, sometimes we ask, we're we're conservative. Ask for more. You're allowed to shoot for the stars, and everything is falling into place. Trust your gut instinct. Your intuition is expanding. The more you trust, the more you get. But again, you're being guided in the right direction. You don't have to accept the first offer that falls onto your plate. There are more things that will come into place that will support you. Um, you too are shedding a lot of what's no longer serving for you. Um, and I feel that there's going to be changes in all areas of your life, especially within your relationships, your friendships with the important people in your life as well. So I hope that that is supportive for you, Carl. I hope that resonates as well. Um, okay, I hope that is supportive. Uh, okay. Jumping in and connecting in to Emily. Hi, is there guidance about why specifically that I am being so called to Australia at this time, or just whatever guidance wants to come through? Thank you so much. Okay, Emily, just connecting in to your records, Emily. So you've had a couple of past lives in Australia, Emily, and what is coming in for you right now is this pull to Australia is important in the sense that it's around the people that you will meet at this time, but it's also the energetic frequency of Australia in itself. So I almost feel like you'll feel right at home when you're in Australia, but not only that, is that you're going to pick up codes from past lifetimes that will really support you in this next transition of your life as you move into this next era. So it's almost kind of like there is a reconnection to the land that is calling you right now, but it's because there are light codes that your body is needing to integrate. So, an aspect of you from a past life that you might have left behind that holds this kind of like energetic code that when you're there, you'll collect it. So, you might even have a past life memory that will support you um, in one way or another. So if you do have the opportunity, absolutely go connect in with the land, connect in with some old traditions. You've had a few different lifetimes there, but there's a lot of collecting of knowledge and wisdom that is needed for you there, for sure. So if you're able to go, absolutely go. And yeah, there's some. I'm just I was just asking your guides if there's any point in you starting to connect to the land, but there's almost like a physicality of you being there. Once you're there, connect into the land. So very much like the the meditation. Find yourself in the forest or find yourself near the sea. Open up your chakras and connect into the tree systems that are there, or connect into the water. Water tends to hold a lot of memory and resonance, so you will find a place of calling forward those energies to support you, or calling in that knowledge and wisdom that you are so ready for. Okay, I hope that that was supportive for you, Emily. Hi, hi, everybody. Please add in capitals if you are liking a message, or have a question around yourself or in general, I'm happy to support you all. Michaela, whatever comes up, absolutely. Let's see what comes up for you as well. Okay, so as I connect into your records, it's almost again, I'm feeling like, again, I'm kind of like being directed a little bit to my left-hand side, which is usually the nurturing aspect. It's your feminine aspect of stepping into, but I'm also feeling that you carry a lot on your left shoulder. So it's almost like you carry the nurturing of everybody, you carry the responsibility of everybody on those shoulders. And it's really time to surrender and let go, allowing the people that are to take responsibility for their own actions. And it's almost like you can really take things to a certain point, but then afterwards it's they're asking you to teach people. It's almost like that teach somebody to fish, and they'll feed themselves. So they're asking you to shift instead of doing things because you're really good at what you do. And usually they say if you want something done, you give it to the busiest person in the office, and a lot of times that you so and yes, absolutely, there's a bit of perfectionism that comes in there. Absolutely, you would do things amazingly, but allow people to do to do what's in alignment with them. Because you're also quite good at so many different things, check in to see when you are being asked to do something, whether it be at home, whether it be at work, whatever it may be. Ask if it's in alignment with your passion and purpose, or if it's in alignment with somebody else's. If it is in alignment with somebody else's, absolutely give them the resources to go ahead and do things for themselves, because that way you're actually empowering and building their confidence in order to carry out what it is that they're needing to carry out. Okay. I hope that that was supportive for you, Michaela, as well. Jojo, let's give you a message as well. Connecting into your records. Okay, so as I connect into your records, it almost feels like there's like the vision that they gave me is like you've been squeezed, like you're like a goldfish that has been squeezed out of the goldfish bowl and into a bigger one. And sometimes when you're treading new territory, um, there's a space where there's a needing to observe, but they're asking you, and you're not afraid because you've always navigated anything that life throws at you. So, what they're asking you to do is to say, don't worry, although your environment has shifted, it's about learning to see what this new, and it's almost like it's not even a fishbowl. You've gone from a fishbowl into a sea, or into a bigger lake, so it's much bigger. So as you tread this new territory, do it with curiosity, do it with grace, and do it at your own pace. And it's important to really slow things down, and take it very easily, one step at a time. Completely, now is the time to trust your intuition, as you always have been. But know that everything is unfolding for all of you as it needs to be. And remember to call in the right people, the places, and the opportunities. So sit in the space of waiting for the best possible outcome for all of you to come in. And you might not see what that solution is, but again, know that everything is working out for you exactly as it needs to be right now. So sending you lots of love, lots of energy, and don't worry, navigate these times. one step at a time. As things come in, it's more kind of like, okay, how do I respond to this from a place of love for myself and compassion for the situation? But it's important to sometimes, it's like you're learning to discern your yes and your no, and it's being assertive from a place of compassion is what's going to be needed as well, which you're quite good at that. But step into the observation, um, and yeah, learn to navigate this new era with curiosity. Um, yeah, I wish you well. Okay, I hope that that was supportive for you, Jojo. Um, you're also extremely gifted. Hi, Peter. Hi, Viviani. Thank you so much for helping me and support me. Okay, Asha, may I have an Akashic guidance that I need right now? Thank you. Okay, um, let's just see here. So, Asha, what I'm seeing is like sometimes one needs to slow down in order to speed up. And it feels like things have been happening for you quite quickly. And the image that they showed me is almost like a cartoon character where the cartoon character is running and it seems to be tripping, kind of like rolling over, getting up and running again, and then falling over and running up. So sometimes what the suggestion is as you step into this year, you're going to find a nice momentum as you move through and navigate 2025 for you. And sometimes it's about slowing down in order to speed up. So it's about, okay, what do I need to let go of? How can I slow this down and pick up a consistent pace as I move forward? So it's adding in that aspect of self care, it's adding in that aspect of self love, it's adding in and really discerning. What they're showing me is looking at your to do list and looking at, okay, what is a must have, what is a nice have, and what can I release, what can I let go of, that is no longer serving. It's really starting to discern what is still in alignment and if it's still necessary, because you're shifting so quickly. It's looking at, is this what I wanted to do still in alignment with my heart, with my highest potential, with my excitement, with my passion, with my purpose? So it's all about discerning and letting go of what's no longer serving. It's about slowing down in order to speed up. So I hope that that was supportive for you, Ashta. Okay, Peter, any messages from the records they want to pass on to the community or personal? Okay, let's just see. So the message of the community, I absolutely felt it kind of like in my solar plexus, in my gut. It's really about letting go. A lot of the times we hold on to the past. A lot of the times we hold on to the traumas that have defined us. A lot of the times we hold on to the conditioning that we've inherited. And it really is about surrender and acceptance. Now, surrender doesn't mean necessarily that we're giving up on anything, but what it does is we're allowing, there's an acceptance of we're going with the flow. There's an acceptance that change is coming. There's an acceptance of moving in a direction that is more in alignment of things. There is an acceptance that we're stepping into our highest potential. There's an acceptance that we are constantly changing and reinventing. There's an acceptance that we give life meaning. So there's very much in that space of Yeah, and it seems to be a going with the flow right now in order to support. And there's also very much an aspect of coming together in community that is important too, because we will start to call together the right themes. We will start to call together people that are mirrors to who we are, that that are here to show us a different perspective of ourselves as well. Um, and the message as well is that what you admire in other people, you see it, you recognize it, because that too is within yourself as well. Um, so it's not always the doom and gloom, but it's also a lot of the times it's about the expansion of who we are, and yeah, that we are no different. It's no more about putting people on a pedestal. We are all the same. We just have different unique qualities, and that's what makes us who we are. And it's celebrating that uniqueness that is everybody, with curiosity and understanding, and with love and with compassion, and through observation. Um, Personal message for you, Peter. It almost feels like you're being asked to step up, asked to lead in a different way, asked to really step into and starting to share your knowledge and wisdom. And it's a time of change for you. I see the cycles changing of the seasons, um, as you're coming in, but it's time to step into service in a grander perspective, in a bigger perspective, in a way that brings you more joy, more excitement. But I also feel tired when I connect into your energy as well. So bring in that balance so that you don't find yourself in burnout or find yourself overwhelmed as well. It's okay to delegate more, which is important. And they're asking you to spend more time on what is your core genius, and yeah, delegate what's not in alignment or what you'd prefer not to do as well, because there's others that absolutely love those tasks that would completely take those on as well. And it's a, you don't have to do it all yourself, which is the message that is coming in. Just like you like helping others, others like helping you. So allow that, and bring that in is what I'm seeing. I hope that that is supportive for you, Peter. Um, Lacey Gray, may I receive a message guidance about my current situation and relationships in my life? Okay, and okay, Laura Carolina. Okay, thank you. So, Laura, as I connect into your records, there is an the guidance that's coming in is you're moving through quite a few family dynamics that are coming in. Very much in the paternal lineage is what you'll find. The theme seems to be happening. So I'd look at your grandmother, grandfather, and their, parents coming in from that lineage. What you're asking you to have a look at is, your current situation is going to change. Ask yourself, or step into observation of, what are you learning from the people around you? What have they come to show you? And look at the patterns that you are carrying. So your mom did it, you did it, like, you're starting to find things that are coming into alignment with, you're starting to recognize these patterns, and the relationships in your life are reflecting the relationship within yourself, is what I'm seeing. So, um, needing to love yourself more, needing to learn to put yourself first, We're taught to put everybody else ahead of ourselves. So now is really the time to start putting you first. And that makes you a little bit uncomfortable because it goes against what you've been taught. And what they're saying is that it is absolutely necessity. It's not selfishness, it's necessity that's coming in as well, because when you're giving from a place of overflow, nobody gets depleted and it becomes easier. There's not so much heavy lifting. But I think that the general theme that is coming through today is taking responsibility for our actions and allowing other people to take responsibility for their own. You have so much love, completely feel it, so much character as well, but it's about really stepping in. This year is about you stepping into your power completely. And it's okay. And sometimes there's guilt of success. It's letting that go because you're leading by example. So that becomes extremely important. So continue to lead by example, completely love yourself, put in that self-care, put yourself in first, and knowing that it doesn't mean that you're putting others last, but all it means is that you're putting them in second and that you're able to support them a lot better from a place that it doesn't deplete you. I hope that that is supportive for you, Lara or Laura. Okay, Brooke. Good morning, Natasha. Good morning. Thank you, Brooke. If you're called to my message, can you provide me with some guidance on my path? I know I'm on the right train, but do I need to do anything? Oh, okay. So what I'm getting is enjoy the ride, believe that you are worthy and deserving of the good things that are unfolding for you, of what is unfolding now and more. So allow this to get in as well. So it's absolutely important for you to enjoy it and to embody this new adventure that you're on. Own it, believe it, feel it, sense it, and be open to receiving more than what you are. Um, yeah, it's almost kind of like the magic and miracles are going to show up, so be open to them, which is important. So yeah, trust, enjoy. Don't, it's almost like it feels like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop sometimes. The other shoe is not dropping. Continue on enjoying this and curiosity. What magic and miracles are going to show up for me today? Keep moving. Life is going to change quite a bit for you as you continue to follow your joy and your excitement and say yes. Say yes to those things that make you uncomfortable, that you know expand you at the same time. But it's it's enjoy the ride, enjoy this adventure. It really, you've reinvented yourself. This is a new life, new beginning, new year, new day, new week. It's all stepping into that as much as you can. Okay. I hope that that was supportive for you, Brooke, and that that resonated. Dupree, okay, may I get an Akashic message regarding my purpose in this life? Um, Dupree, if you could please give me your name, um, I'll be able to hone in a little bit better for you. Otherwise, I can go back if I haven't heard anything with your handle as well. Hi, Marie. Thank you for joining us today. As Carl, I didn't get a notification if you show, but I'm great watching your channel. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate everybody, and I appreciate you for doing that. Okay, so we've done the second envelope. Okay, any messages from the records from my community? Okay, I've done you. Caroline Allen. Hi, Natasha. Caroline Allen here. Lovely to be connected. Lovely to connect to you. Are there any messages for me at this moment? Also, do you know who my guardian angel is? Okay, thank you. Okay, Caroline Allen. Okay, it feels like you're picking up some momentum in the direction that you're wanting to go in at the moment. It's almost like you've been indecisive, and now it's almost like you've made a decision on a subconscious level. It feels like it's clicked in for you as well, and now you're moving in this momentum with curiosity as well. And so as I step into that, so you have quite a few guardian angels and guides. I'm seeing one looks like it comes from like the east. It's Great. There's so many of them that work with you in different areas. Okay, so so I'm seeing this little boy. Ever since you were little, I don't know if you've had any imaginary friends when you were younger, but this little boy comes into play with you. This guide of yours was feels like he was a little brother in a previous lifetime, and he comes to remind you to really connect into your inner child and to have fun. There is another guide that is connected to you as you move through your uh, getting to know yourself on a spiritual level. And it feels like they're from India. There's this beautiful guide that wears this aquamarine kind of sari that's coming in, and she brings in a lot of philosophy, logic, and understanding and spirituality for you as well. But I'm also seeing you connected to Mother Mary right now, and connecting into unconditional love and Mother Mary is also, she helps with the tears. So moving through sorrow, whether it's for you or the people around you or the people that you're connected to. Um, so there's a lot of that comes in for you as well. The goddess Sophia is also coming in for you too. So connect into her energy. There are a few meditations that you can connect to, but it's all these, you're stepping into, I don't know if you're a healer or what you do, but there's a lot of knowledge and wisdom, a lot of unconditional love. Huan Ying is also coming in for you as well. So there's quite a few guardians, angels that you're working through at the moment that are supporting you in your journey as well. So yeah, connect into those energies. I have a Huan Yin Akashic meditation somewhere on the channel where there's an activation, getting to know her, if that's if you haven't connected into her energy as well. So yeah, these are showing up for you as you move through this phase within your life, as you get going on your journey. So much gratitude for calling them in and for the work that you're doing, and for the people that you support. So thank you, Caroline, for doing the work that you do. Uh, Beautiful, with love, some wisdom. Oops, something's happened to my messages here. Let's connect in. Okay. January the first one last May. Okay. Okay, Marie Miranda would love a message. I would love a message that would come through today. Okay, so as I connect into your records, Marie, it feels like there's a lot of chaos that's going on as you're dealing with other things. And the way it's showing up is I'm seeing you kind of like in the reeds, trying to sift through a lot of what is going on. And what they're suggesting is to once in a while to take an aerial perspective of the grander picture of what you're wanting to accomplish. And because sometimes you get you get a little bit distracted between kind of like looking at the detail and all the rest of that. So have an aerial perspective of what's coming on. A lot of your cosmic energy guides are starting to come in for you as well. And you're starting to connect in with other deities. There's also, they're asking, your guides are asked, it's almost like, yes, you work a lot with your guides when you're doing your sessions, but you can also command them to go and do the work for you as well if you haven't been doing so already. There's a massive kind of like collective that you're pulling in those energies as well. Absolutely. The project that you're working on, keep going at it, bringing people in. There's a lot that is needed for the healing that you're wanting to do, and it's okay. The practitioners that you have been calling in, even if they've been triggered, it's all part of the plan of doing the work, as you redefine, refine the services that you're working with as well. But they're asking you once in a while, when you get stuck, when there's like, oh my goodness, this is too much, take an aerial perspective, look at the bigger picture, because sometimes when we take an aerial perspective, it's almost like taking a look at a street map. And sometimes it's almost like they're showing me, if you continue on, you're hitting traffic, but you might be able to detour, will get you to a same place a little bit faster as well. Also, the people that are coming in and out, everything is as it needs to be right now. It's everything is churning and needing to be as it is. The other thing that's coming through as well is, because of all of this, it's activating. You're also learning through this process as well, which is important. And a little bit more protection that you're needing. I don't know if you're working with crystal grids, but bring in that energy, crystal grids and spheres, if you've started working with those as well. And it's working with the energy, the star seeds. Start calling in your people. Get your guides to bring you the people that are here to support this project that you're working on. But yeah, sometimes get out of the reads, have an aerial perspective, because that will help you to breathe a little bit and take a little bit of pressure out you as well. Okay. I hope that was supportive for you, Marie. Okay. Carl, thank you for that feedback. Welcome, Kay. Let's just go through. Please add your questions in caps so that I can pick them up a lot quicker. Is there any guidance for me regarding my career, Erin? Thank you for anything that comes through. Yeah, at the moment, what I'm feeling is it feels a little bit stressful, feeling a little bit of TMJ in that's coming in at the moment. So there's a lot of tension and stress that you're dealing with as well. There's an opportunity that's coming up probably for you at the end of February. If you're calling that in, a shift, a new space for you to work at, and yeah, start calling in those opportunities for you. It definitely feels that there is a big shift. February, and then another opportunity in April. But it's almost kind of like it's an inhale before you move into this next cycle. So call in these opportunities for you. You'll be surprised. A lot of the opportunities that will show up for you are directly correlated with your own self-worth, and your self-value. So they're asking you to believe in yourself, to know that you're worthy and deserving of all that you desire. You don't need to hold back. Yeah, be curious to see how it shows up for you. Don't fixate on the how, allow that to unfold for you and just open up for opportunities. Be sit in that space of receiving, and there is going to be a shift for you as well. It's your knowledge and wisdom is valuable. Just because it comes easy to you doesn't mean it's invaluable. So yeah, absolutely trust and believe in self, and that will those opportunities will come through as well. I hope that that was supportive for you, Erin. Brooke, you're also getting the call to go to Australia. Perhaps that message was for you as well. That came through. Hi, Emily, Kendra. May I have a past life reading if time permits? Absolutely, Kendra. Let's step into your past lifetime here. Give me 2 seconds. So as soon as I connect into your past lifetime, there's a few that have shown up for you. Most of them have been lives that have been of service. The first one that came up for you was a nurse. Well, sorry, a nun, and then the next one was a nurse that came in for you as well. This has been coming in the sense that it's the having that faith, you have this compassion, you have this big open heart that has followed through. With regards to the church, I don't know if that's made you look into that religious aspect or really the spirituality of it, or if you completely kind of like, this is not the normal church that you want to belong to. But it's there's always been a beautiful understanding of the possibilities and the opportunities for that spirituality, but it's bringing in that Christ consciousness that is coming in, that is important, that being of service, that heart that you have. So that has come in from that lifetime. And then the nursing one as well, what I'm getting from that is it's also kind of like came up in kind of like World War I. So I don't know if this is you, but it feels like you act when you need to act. You do well under pressure. It's afterwards that you're like, oh my goodness, did I go through that? So it's braving what needs to come in, braving the uncomfortable, braving the adrenaline of the new situation. It's that aspect, that healing aspect of who you are is completely pulling you into an expanded space that you're in right now. So I'd be curious to find out what it is that you do at this lifetime, at this time, and how these two lifetimes are influencing this lifetime right now. So absolutely, when I connect into this nun, it almost feels like you weren't a traditional nun as well. That lifetime feels absolutely it was joyful. Like and it's so funny because I'm seeing like a black habit, but with like a like the it has like a belt that's almost like a string, and the habit here is like very much white. You're wearing a cross, but it feels like there's a lot of, I don't know if you were part of music, but it feels kind of like joyful. In that lifetime, you were also part of the choir, so music tended to be happy and joyful and bringing in joy and singing, and that sense of community is what drove you in that lifetime. So yeah, I that's what I'm seeing for you. Those are the two lifetimes that came up for you, that I was connecting to for you, Kendra. Okay, Emily, let's see if you have time for me. Please, may I have a healing, clearing feelings of scarcity, fear, and guilt. Yeah, absolutely. It's time to step into that abundance. Hello to all of you that have shown up now. So let's connect in. And that's always a great one to bring up in group, because I'm going to release that for all of us. Okay. So I'm bringing in all aspects of you, Emily, past, present, future, and parallel. And I'm calling in the group. And as we connect in group, it gives even more power to it. And I'm calling in the violet flame of Saint Germain to move through your records, clearing, cleansing, dissolving, transmuting all lower vibrational frequencies, all static distortion and interference. I ask to release all feelings, all emotions, all programs of fear, of guilt, and of scarcity. Asking to release the mental blocks, the limitations, in all timelines, in all dimensions, and in all realities. And I ask to bring in some healing for you to heal that, those past lifetimes, those belief systems, to heal the scarcity within your bloodlines, within your lineage. And I'm asking to activate wealth consciousness within your DNA. Wealth consciousness from your ancestors, and the strength and the ability and the worthiness and the deservability of receiving and creating a life that is abundant in health, wealth, happiness, joy, and love. Asking the violet flame to shift this through all timelines, all dimensions, on a cellular, on an etheric, on a mental and emotional level. And I call in the right people, the places, and the opportunities for you to create all that you envision for yourself. Just grounding this energy in, doing a final release from your auric fields and bringing in some grounding to you. Again, sit in the space, open to receiving. Thank you. I would suggest looking at your relationship with money, in the sense that if money were a person, how do you feel about that person? How does that person feel about you? And how do you build that relationship? Um, and they're wanting you to know that you are here, so you are worthy, you are deserving, you're an aspect of creator. Remember that. And act in that way, live in that way, step forward in that way, create your life that way. Because we are only limited by our own belief systems, by our own limitations. So that is the message for you. I hope that that was supportive as well. Let's just pick one more person. Ooh, again, this has done some weird. Okay, last message today will be for you, Dawn Anderson, all caps. Dawn, any messages for you? Let's connect in. Okay, let's connect in. Dawn Anderson. Okay, so Dawn, as I connect into your records, I find myself seeing you walking through a field. And it's time to reap the hard work that you've put in, um, like that you've been working through. And I'm seeing a dandelion. So look up the message of dandelions and what they mean for you. But every life cycle of the dandelion is important. So even when you're not seeing the voluptuous yellow leaves, when you're seeing through that time in that dandelion where a lot of kids tend to blow on it, make a wish and blow, every cycle of the dandelion has its beauty as you work through all of these cycles within yourself. So at the moment, I'm seeing the reaping of the seeds that you planted and the medicine that you have created. So, and it's important for you to nurture that and to continue to nurture those fields, because for some people, dandelions are a weed, but they have so many medical benefits from it. So everything that you have experienced has brought you to where you are now. And it's important for you to celebrate all aspects of your cycles as you're moving in from one into the other. So right now it's about enjoying the hard work that you've put in, the healing that you've put in, and everything else that you have done, but continue to, and it's a gratitude. The more we're grateful for, and it's not to say that you're not grateful, but the more we are grateful, the more things that come in. So well done you for doing the work. And now it's time to enjoy the rewards of that work. Um, so yeah, enjoy. And yeah, you got a little bit of homework. So connect into spiritually the dandelion as well. So thank you all for attending. Thank you all for supporting. I will be here same time, same place next week. Thank you for moderating, Viviani. And check out, yesterday I did a live stream with Viviani and with John. Bunny, and that was absolutely quite beautiful. Definitely follow the two of them as well. I think they do messages, healings on Mondays and Thursdays, so that would be a good channel to connect to as well. John Bunny and I also do a podcast. Yeah, so many things. Octopus Planner spiritually guide you throughout your day and your life. And then I also do one-on-one sessions. So absolutely would love to connect in with you. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for allowing me to be of service to all of you. I hope that those messages were supportive, and I will see you same time, same place next week. Have an amazing week, and sending you all lots of